Hello everybody. We're now looking at Module 3 in our assignment on digital literacy. So I've already posted a few comments and responses to emails about this assignment, but let me just take a few minutes to fill in some gaps. Okay, let's have a look. So let me just start at the top here. This is Module 3, Digital Justice. And so you can read all of this, but let's just have a look here. First of all, what's the point of this assignment? Why are you doing this? One reason is to really think about accessibility. So that really relates to the design of the actual website in terms of how people can actually open the site, access the site, look at various parts of the site, and sometimes in relation to various devices that they might use to actually access that site. So I'll let you read a bit more about that. It also very much looks at, it says how meaning is produced online and how culture is produced through media. So I'm going to share a post with you on that I made around the concept of the medium is the message. So this is from Marshall McLuhan, one of our great Canadian philosophers, and I don't know if you've read his book, Understanding Media, which was produced back in 1964, well before the advent of social media, but it's like he sort of saw this coming way back then. Anyways, so the idea of culture being produced through media is certainly not at all a new idea, and you can go back through history to see how even to Julius Caesar and his conquest of Gaul, that was apparently a great media or example of how to use media to influence popular opinion. So what you're to do is to investigate a topic online. And so they give you some topics here, some different types of content, some general topics. And what you're to do is really look at what kinds of information can we get about this topic, and how is that topic presented online. So it says right here, you do not have to agree with the content that you engage with. What you do need to do is engage with all sides of the debate. So as an educator, I think the point of this is for us to really think about the topics that we give our students to engage with and send them off to do some investigation or research on the internet about a particular topic. We need to be aware of the way information is going to be presented to our students so that we can best help our students to become more digitally literate, to be more critical consumers of that content, and really to be able to unpack whatever they're finding on the internet, to see the bias inherent in the way that information is produced. So part of this is really, is a focus on minorities and different cultures within our larger culture. But I think really it can apply across the spectrum or across the board here. And as it says here, one of the outcomes is for you, students being teachers, to think about how can you create and design accessible, inclusive, and justice-oriented online spaces. So in my recent feedback for assignment 1, I did share with a lot of you comments about how can we be better producers of content for our students, and if not producers of content, reproducers of content. We spend a lot of time finding resources for our students. I mean, we don't need to reinvent the wheel, but what we do need to do is find content that represents what we want our students to know and add our own voice to it in some fashion so that we can reproduce that content in a way that fits the needs of our students and fits the needs of what we want to achieve with whatever we're doing with them. So I'll leave you with that, read through this, and then I've also left several comments on my portfolio for you that explain various aspects of this assignment. And that's it. Thank you so much.